Are you tired of D&D knockoffs, evolution games, or games with cats? Want to play Candyland but with guns and questionable locations? Let me introduce you to Yeehaw, a chaotic, Wild West themed roll and move style board game where players play the role of outlaws, stealing and dueling their way to victory, every cowboy for themselves. Traverse through the board to collect, steal, and try your luck at getting money before making your way to the getaway train. The player at the end of the game with the most money is the winner. To start, all players place their cowboy at the start of the board on the bank before each cowboy takes turns rolling a single D8 die. This is the movement die. The cowboy with the highest roll will go first, and the turn order will go clockwise around the board. At the start of your turn, roll the die and move your cowboy forward to the number that you have rolled. At the start of the game, during players' turns, they might find themselves in the safe zone. The safe zone protects players early game. If a player is in the safe zone, they are safe from duels and duel tiles. In game, you will see our wonderful board with unique tiles and locations illustrated on it. If during your turn you land on a grey tile without another cowboy on it, these tiles are associated with the chance deck, and you get to pick up a chance card. You must flip this card face up for the other cowboys to see. If the card is an equipment card, you can decide to use it now or save it for later use by placing it into your hand. If it's not an equipment card, you must follow the instructions on the card before placing it face up in the chance discard pile. Once all players have left the safe zone, players can now pick up an event card. Event cards get pulled at the start of each round. Event cards help add spice to the game and trigger events and effects that players must interact with. These events or effects can be positive, negative, change the win condition of the game, or just be plain silly.
Sheesh, well, shag my nan and call me Gary.
No one wants to shag your nan, it's fine.
I said shag my nan.
Remember, they can only be played if players at the start of the game are no longer in the safe zone. Certain event cards can last for more than one round, so be sure to look at the bottom of the event card to see how long that card lasts for. Oh no, players have triggered a There are three main ways for a duel to happen. 1. Land on a tile occupied by another cowboy. 2. Land on a duel tile. And 3. Certain card effects or pickup cards and event cards. Players duel using their duel cards. The players that are dueling must both select a card and place it face down on the table so no other players can see. The players dueling then count down from 3 and both flip over their card at the end of this countdown. If both players play the shoot card, they both must put $50 into the El Paso vault. This is counted as a loss for both cowboys. If one cowboy shoots and the other wants a truce, the cowboy who shoots receives $40 from the trucing cowboy. This is counted as a win for the cowboy that shot and a loss for the cowboy that truced. If both cowboys truce, both cowboys receive $20 from the bank. This is counted as a draw. Players can tactically discuss, swindle, or create truce or alliances during these duels. If players land on a chance card, tile, or tile that has an effect that is occupied by another cowboy, players can only pick up a card or have the effect if they win the duel. Otherwise, the duel effect becomes null. If players land on a sheriff tile, you get the choice of either paying $50 to the El Paso vault or going to jail. To get out of jail at the start of your turn, you must roll the die and pay 10 times the number you rolled into the El Paso vault. This die roll is done with the D6 die, not the D8. You may then place your character on the first tile outside of jail, and you may begin moving normally again on your next turn. Alternatively, if you have the equipment card, a Master's Calling, simply play that at the start of your turn. Yeehaw has a multitude of locations to explore. Players can use these locations for tactical retreats, ways to increase their speeds like visiting the stables and buying a horse, aka a D10 die, or test their luck at getting money by trying to rob the El Paso Vault. Certain locations only become active during an event card such as the ticket booth. The ticket booth will only become active if the Tickets Only Sir event card has been played. While traveling throughout the board, make sure to keep a close eye on your fellow cowboys and your own stash of cash. If players have large amounts of money, it's best to try and swindle, duel, and stop the player from reaching the train before you. But be careful. If a cowboy does not have enough money to pay up after a duel, card effect, or pay to get out of jail, that cowboy is out of the game. The game ends when a player makes it to the getaway train. Before boarding the getaway train, you must shout Yeehaw as you board. If you fail to do so, you are denied entry and must end your turn on the tile before the train. All players add up the amount of cash tokens they have, and the player with the most tokens is the winner. Well, fellow cowboys, outlaws, flimflam mans, and snake oil salesmen, that is our gameplay video on Yeehaw. Now remember, be rootin', be tootin', but you better be shootin'.